Hi students, this is Mrs. Nelson. I wanted to show you how you could use the Read Aloud option and the highlight option on Newsela at the same time. Right now, if you use the Read Aloud option, it will pop up essentially a different screen. It doesn't change or reload or anything like that. You don't really notice it's changed, but any highlights or annotations that you've put on your page don't show up in the Read Aloud option. And while you're using the Read Aloud option, you can't highlight or annotate anything. So I want to show you how you can use both features at the same time. And that answer is with tiling two windows. And I'm using a MacBook, you're using a Chromebook, but you can still tile windows on your Chromebook as well. So what you'll do is you'll have two windows tiled side by side, and you can just copy. I put my mouse up here, it's highlighted everything. I pressed Control-C and I copied the website where the article is, and now I'm going to paste it. Control-V to paste. And you'll see that I have the same article, same Lexile level, side by side on my two windows. And the reason why I want to do that is because then I can start the read aloud. So I'm going to start that read aloud. I'm going to let it read through the title and the author and everything like that, and then I'll talk more.
The Water Cycle by National Geographic Society, adapted by Newsela staff. Published March 26, 2019. On Earth, water moves.
So the reason why I want to be able to do that is so that I can, one, control the read aloud. If I exit out of the read aloud and I start it again, it will start from the beginning every single time. But if I choose to pause it, it will pick up right where I left off.
Moves through the land.
And the reason why we want to be able to do that is so that you can focus on one paragraph or one section at a time. And that way, when it comes to reading and highlighting and doing that deeper reading that comes with annotations, that it won't be as frustrating or as overwhelming as trying to focus on the whole article at once. You can still use the read aloud option, but you'll also be able to use the annotation options. So I'm going to let it read that first paragraph, and then I'm going to pick some words that I might want to highlight as those standout words that I might use in a recall. Maybe I'm using it to summarize it orally, so speaking the summary, or maybe I want to be able to talk to a partner about what I just read. Maybe I want to be able to write about what I just read, and I can use these keywords for any one of those and other purposes as well.
Oceans and air. This is called the water cycle. Water always exists in all three places, in many forms. It is in lakes, glaciers, underground, and in clouds.
So I saw in that first article that water is always in these three places. And whenever I see something numbered like that, I know that that is something critical that's going to help me with my comprehension. So I want to understand what those three places are. And yes, I'm expanding it right now because I want to be able to see my annotation tools. So three places. Oh, there's my highlight tool. So I want to still be able to see those. And so you can resize these as needed to fit your needs. So I'm going to highlight that. And what are those three places? Well, I better identify them either with my highlights or right here. So water always exists in these three places: land, oceans, and air. And so that's right here from the text, but it helps me to recognize that those ideas are linked together. So I'm going to use my annotation tool that way. So then after you've had a chance to then pause and play and go through each section and make those annotations that you want, you'll notice that when you exit out of the read aloud, it will retain those annotations that you put there. So that's how come I know that it's really just bringing up a separate page for me when it does that read aloud. But those annotations will still be there. So we're going to look at what we can do next. If we want to use this for writing, we'll look at what we can do next with those highlights in my next video. So come join me in the next video about what do we do with those highlights, those things that we did, how can we use that with our writing.